After being open for only 18 months, the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is closing. Disney said that they will take what they learned to create future experiences. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. Just a few of the positive things that I hope Disney learned from the Starcruiser and how they could possibly apply them in the future. So in case you don't know, the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is a one-of-a-kind attraction at Walt Disney World, where guests can feel as if they're aboard a luxury cruise in the Star Wars galaxy. It's a 2-night voyage aboard what's referred to as the Starship Halcyon, complete with luxury cabins, exquisite dining, entertainment, and something all cruises have, drinks. Oh yeah, real quick, I want to mention Ordinary Adventures. They're a YouTube channel that my family and I stumbled across back when the Starcruiser first opened, and we've since become devoted fans. They're the best. Like them, subscribe to them. I'm going to use some of their clips in this video, but you should definitely check out their full videos on the Starcruiser, because I'd imagine it's the closest thing to actually being there. So where was I? Right, Love Boat in Space. Where things diverge from a typical cruise is you're in a Star War. With something called Immersive Theater, the ship's crew engage the passengers in multiple storylines that play out over the course of the 2-night stay. There's an assortment of interactive activities, minigames, side quests, sort of an epic choose-your-own-adventure with a bunch of improv artists and a robot. And drinks. Okay. Guests are also allowed to cosplay however they see fit, which is fun. Some dress as established characters, some as original personas that they themselves created. Even I created my own Star Wars Sona in case the occasion for one should ever arise. His name is Lonzo Rannigan. He's a former Ranger of the New Republic, enjoys the finer things in life, and is based on Dale from Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. Because I nerd cross-platform, baby. Now, I don't really want to talk about why this attraction is closing. Enough people are doing that. But like I said, there are a few things that I hope the Big D takes away from this whole experience. First and foremost, immersive theater is magic. Pure and simple. If this was Disney dipping their toe in this idea, then they can go ahead and dive all the way in because it works. Having an ensemble of characters that can incorporate guests within this storytelling is, well, it's priceless. Especially if Star Wars is a factor, and Galaxy's Edge could definitely benefit. Knott's Berry Farm has Ghost Town Alive. Magic Kingdom used to have Citizens of Main Street, which I personally loved. How about a Citizens of Batuu? This section of the park is ripe with storytelling possibilities, and an array of characters pulling us even more into this world we all love would never get old. Now there's already some of this, sure, but there's room for more. Like with everything Disney, it's the people that make it magical, and Starcruiser people bring the magic. Case in point, this is Captain Keevan. This character is like a wonderful amalgam of Star Wars and Star Trek, and I'm a fan of both, so, well, I'm a huge fan of hers. Watch this interaction where she discusses the planet Endor with the gang from Ordinary Adventures.
And I am glad that enough members of the galaxy were willing to work with the Ewoks to not only preserve the forests as they were, but to make sure that their way of life wasn't interfered with. Because if I know anything about Ewoks, what they hate the most is when somebody from a core world comes in and tells them how their planet or their moon is supposed to be run.
And I do hope to get back to Bright Tree Village at some point in my life.
It's just a casual conversation, right? Except that she's a fictional character, a performer acting without a script and opposite people who aren't any of those things. This is something that Disney has always done with every princess, pirate, and Mad Hatter that you happen across in the parks, and it will never cease to impress me. I also want to applaud the way she name-drops Bright Tree Village in the same way you or I might mention Gulf Shores, Alabama. She didn't have time to look that up on Wikipedia beforehand. It was straight off the cuff. Well done, Captain. Here's to you. Yeah, another case in point. Saja Tycer. I think all the Saja are great, and I'm going to talk about them in a minute. But first, I want to single out this fantastic individual. Tycer has a calm intensity, if that makes sense, that's just so much fun to watch. And he's one example of the lengths the amazing crew of the Starcruiser go to in order to make the passengers feel a part of this universe. Watch Ordinary Adventures' full video, particularly the segment with Tycer and Kitra, and just think about it for a minute. It's technically a performance, right? But he's not reciting dialogue in front of an audience. He's sharing a moment with a single individual, calling her by name, making her feel seen, connecting on a real level. But he's doing all of it in character and within the context of this fictional movie franchise. It's incredible. She cries, and of course she cries. I'd cry too. And I don't know if anyone knows this about me, but yo, I'm hardcore. This is a level of acting unlike any other, and it's Disney magic at its absolute best. In fact, it's beyond that. This is Halcyon magic. and it's something that I really hope they can bring to Galaxy's Edge. Also, I can't even begin to comprehend the caliber of talent going on behind the scenes to make this rock move. How does that even work? I'm gonna guess magnets. Alright, I'll try to be real quick with these next two things I hope Disney takes away. First up is this whole concept of the Saja. So the thing is, the Halcyon story, like Galaxy's Edge, takes place at a time when Rey is the only Jedi. But the Saja, similar to characters like Maz Kanata and Lor San Tekka, are a group of people who are sensitive to the Force, but walk a different path than the Jedi. In other words, they can handle a lightsaber, which is really what I'm getting at here. Disney needs to bring the lightsaber training back to the parks. Star Wars should be for everyone. This includes kids. And for us and our kids, this was one of the most memorable experiences ever. I'm talking of a lifetime. Now, I get that having a couple of Jedi teach kids how to face off against Darth Vader doesn't align with the park's continuity, and that's important for the immersive feel. But that's where the Saja come in. They can be the keepers of an ancient Jedi temple on the outskirts of Blackspire Outpost. There, these Saja, who aren't Jedi but still know their ways, keep watch and occasionally instruct a group of younglings how to face their fears, manifested in the forms of Vader or Maul, and ultimately become more in tune with the Force. All within the established timeline of the rest of the park. I got the whole thing already figured out for you, Trowbridge. Just make it happen. Please, sir. Please, sir. Last takeaway, these bunk beds, though! I do not like it when people refer to the Starcruiser as a hotel. It's not a hotel. But an actual hotel would be cool. You don't even need to go full immersive on this one. The Art of Animation Resort doesn't immerse you in those movies, it celebrates them. The Pop Century Resort doesn't immerse you in those decades, it celebrates them. How about a resort that celebrates Star Wars? Oh, and it should be a value resort because Star Wars should be for everyone. And it should also include these really cool bunk beds. Okay, I'm going to wrap it all up now on a more personal note. Just before the Starcruiser opened, I was feeling a little low. I'm a lifelong fan of Star Wars, but could never justify paying what it would cost to board the Halcyon, and it felt like this thing that I had loved since I was a kid was being taken from me. That sounds ridiculous when I hear it out loud now, but that's how I felt. I wanted to rise above this feeling, though, so I attempted to look at this new attraction as I would have as a kid, which is to say, I drew some fan art. I posted it online and almost instantly was met with the sweetest comments from fans and cast members alike. One cast member suggested that I open a Redbubble shop. I did, and I couldn't believe it. The support, I guess, was overwhelming. Sammy the mechanic was wearing a shirt with my art on it. Captain Keevan has it on the bumper of her car. I've seen it on birthday cakes, on TikTok. I'm just some guy who does this on the side for fun. So for this to happen was amazing. Like Kitra with the rocks and Tycer, I was seen. I felt like a part of this thing. In the short time this place has been open, a whole community has formed. And to be a part of it, even in such a small way, makes me feel extremely blessed. So to everyone involved with the Galactic Starcruiser, thank you. May the Force be with you. Or, as you say on the Halcyon, may the stars light your way. Okay, one more time.
Day!